Dynamic race car driver. You think you can handle this?
I don't want to do it.
Alright, get in here.
Well, that went smooth, actually.
So what's up, guys? We are assessing the Z from what we broke today. So we already
broke today.
Well, what we broke today. Like we're doing that today. We're assessing what we broke today. So what we got is, you can see behind me, we got a Diff flywheel. Over here we got our valve covers. We got intake gaskets, throttle body gaskets, valve cover gaskets, new clutch, all of our hardware and stuff, clutch master thing. We also have the last transmission mount you'll ever need, is how that's advertised. This, which a lot of people will probably disagree with me on, because it's the factory setup, it's just a HD Jim Wolf. Yep. We'll leave links in the description for that, huh Mel?
Yep.
Yep. And yeah. Oh, and we got our fluids, we got our oil, we got some of that fancy stuff. We got some of that fancy, oh no, sorry. My camera's all messing. Yeah. So let's get to some work. I was just in a dip, so I'm pretty sure that is the problem, so. Okay, you see how much, like I can't even really, next to none. Very strong part. Yeah. Hopefully that's it. I hope that's it.
I hope that's it too.
I hope that's it.
Because I'm tired of spending money on this.
Spending money.
This thing here. It's costing me a lot of money.
Spending money. Yeah. What we do. All right, let's get this in. We'll move on to the valve covers. Man, I did a sloppy job at this, huh?
Sure did.
Hey.
Slops McGee.
Whatever, dude. At least you know what's on there. Oh, we gotta fill this up.
Fill her up.
Fill her up. So they are leaking pretty good. You can see that. You can also see the oil like right there. It is just like running down all on the exhaust. You can see the exhaust is saturated. So that thing's pouring. All right, so I got the upper half of the motor back together. I know I didn't really like cover it. If you guys have any questions or anything on like what I did, just feel free to leave a comment. I'll gladly tell you. Just follow the torque specs. There's a certain procedure to take it off and put the like intake and valve covers on. If you're reusing the valve covers, we weren't, so it really didn't matter, but the intake it did. I know it just kind of looked like I just went all over the place, but so we have one little mishap right here. Show you guys. So you can see it like right there, that little hose. Yeah, it's split. So we actually have one of these, but I left it. I hope I left that hose at the house and our oil filter. So Mel went to go run and get those. Like I said, I got this done, and it's getting towards the later part of the day, so I'm just gonna go ahead on and jump into the transmission. Mike should be here soon, so hopefully we should be able to get all this knocked out today. Yo, look who showed up. As always, bringing the party with him. So we are in here. We already got like some of our transmission bolts out right there. So we're gonna get this out. I got my partner in crime. I suggest y'all get friends like Mike, because without friends like Mike, things like this aren't possible. So
Yeah.
Mel went actually to Mike's house to get Mike's tube because, like I said earlier,
The PCB crossover tube or whatever.
yeah, the little valve cover crossover breather tube. Yeah, so I thought I left it at the house. Didn't leave it at the house. I lost it. Don't know where it's at. So Mike, fortunately, had one. So Mel went to Mike's house to get that. So Mike and I now are cracking on this transmission. So let's keep at it, because
Yeah, we're gonna pull the starter and then all the bell housing bolts and then
Yeah.
this guy.
Yeah.
And I think that's it. Then we just gotta put the trans jack under it and start fighting it out.
he's right. Man's right. One of them.
Yeah.
So let's keep at it. It is now nighttime. Stand at the door. So we are going to finish knocking this out. Yeah. What you say, Mel?
Let's do it.
All right, guys, so our job has went into the next day. A one-day job has turned into a two-day job. But it's all right. So check this out. I think we found the source of a problem. Look at that. That's the pilot bushing. And if you realize, if you look at it, look at how it's beveled out and then like cracked. I've never seen that. Look how hot. You guys can't feel this, but man, look at that. Clutch wasn't as bad as I originally would have thought, but that's the fluid. I'm pretty sure that was shot too. That's our old sleeve, which, you know, we got the new one. So, what ended up happening with us last night is, towards the later part of the night, bolts just started snapping. Things just started going wrong. So I had to address one of these bolts. One of these bolts broke, or stripped out, I should say. So we got two different bolts. This is the bolt that got stripped out. So we fixed that, and Mel's great idea here. We put our Diff overflow catch can thing here. It's actually a vape juice bottle. Yeah, good idea, Mel.
You don't think that's gonna melt?
It might. It might melt. So I think the plan is to go to the track and you talk to them and maybe
Yes.
do a couple test laps with this thing,
Yep.
pending that it drives well.
Yep.
All right, let's go do that.
Yeah, we haven't even driven it yet.
No, we gotta get it off the rack and go drive it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right, so we just hauled butt and got to the track. So we literally, oh, where's the gate?
You exit down here.
Oh yeah, good, okay. So we're just pulling up to the track. We're about to go register up at start and kind of shake the car down. So yeah. What a weekend. What a weekend. 20 plus hours of work on the Z and bring it straight to the track and start trying to shred it. See, we only got one pair of tires with us, so we'll see what's up. So, how you feeling, Mel?
Nervous.
Nervous? Let's go. Let's see what these guys are up to up here.
See this first set of barrier here, and you're gonna come in the inside of this and ride this out, and then come over here just like a figure 8, and then you're gonna exit out of here. You can shut down here if you want, because this is really tight between here and the K rail. But if you decide to go through this, this is kind of like an inner clipping point, and then you're just gonna exit. You can manji, do whatever you want right there.
Felt good.
Yeah, I clutch kicked.
Yeah, felt good on the clutch kick.
Yeah.
Felt like it grabbed hard. Like,
Yeah. Much
did it
harder
feel?
than it
So
has
did
been.
it feel like sturdy? Like the whole car felt rigid?
Yeah.
Okay.
Car's
Hell yeah.
smoking on the inside. Hoo-hoo.
Yeah, you were sending it.
Yeah. That's about right.
Yeah. So, as you guys have seen, it has been an extremely long weekend.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm all in all happy with how the car came out for the most part. So, everything we did felt good. We still got a lot of work to do. So,
Hopefully our friend can figure it out and fix it. The problem, whatever in the world it is.
yeah. It's just an alignment. And what I mean by that is, like, when you're driving behind the car, you can visibly see, like, the rear of the car shifted to the left, the front of the car shifted to the right, and it's going down the road in a sideways pattern like this, straight. So that tells me right there that the car is just way out. It's just way out. It was never ever put back since it was smashed, so
I don't think we've ever like put it on an alignment sheet
Never.
proper.
Never.
Because we tried to, but it was a place they didn't know what they were doing and they
yeah,
didn't do
and
anything.
so yep. Yeah, so I think that's about it. I think that's gonna end it for the day because I'm exhausted. I'm ready to just chill, unload some of this footage and like get to looking at how the weekend went again. Should be fun, but hanging out.
You know
So
for the most part, it was smooth. Other than the bolt issue,
yeah, and like I said, that's
issues. But
yeah.
other than that, everything went surprisingly smooth with everything that we did to the car this weekend. So
100%, yeah, and like I said, the bolts and all that's what's gonna happen. You know, things like that are gonna happen when working on cars. You might as well just get used to it. Unfortunately, you know, it was hours of labor that just is what it is. And this morning, like I was saying, I was saying earlier, we walked in, everything went smooth. But I didn't even check the diff fluid thing. We'll have to check that. But it went smooth this morning. We went out to the track. Mel actually did a killer first lap, and she said something went wrong. It's all right. We'll figure it out. But I'm ready. I'm out of here. I'm ready to go. I'm exhausted. I'm ready to go to sleep.
Up for a good
Sleep.
long time. Some sleep. Go
So,
sleep.
as always, guys, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you guys checking us out. consider subscribing. You know, we'd appreciate it. Give it a like if you liked it. You know, if not, dislike it and tell us what you disliked about it. So, yeah, I think that's it, huh?
That's it.
That's it. Hit that bell, guys, if you subscribe for anything new. Usually, like I said, we try to upload every week. We miss a week here and there just because we're busy and, you know, regular life. But
And also, follow along because there's exciting something coming up too. Pending we get the car, you know,
yeah,
in order, which we should. So,
yeah,
follow.
yeah, yeah. We got 2 events, EY being another event, and then so we got to be ready ASAP.
ASAP Rocky.
Peace.